Hi. Okay, this is the second question of the slope exercises. So I'm going to load up that one now. And let's see what trouble we can get into here. Okay, well, this looks like the same kind of problem as before. So we're going to continue with the same method that we did before, or that I like to do, but you can choose to still do the y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Going forward, I'm not even going to use that. I'm going to call it delta y over delta x, but I'm going to use my method. 7 and 15 is 1 point. The other point is negative 6, negative 2. So it's going from the first quadrant, if you think about it, to this quadrant. The third quadrant, because of negative, negative, positive, positive. That means it's probably going to be a positive slope. If you connect the two, you can see that that's an upward slope. We'll see what happens. To get from 15 down to negative 2, I have to go down 15 and then an extra 2, so I have to subtract 17. And to go from 7 to negative 6, I also have to go down. And I have to go 7, then I have to go 6 more, so I have to subtract 13. And doing my same thing that I did before, I'm going to take this, which is negative 17, that'll be my slope, and divide it by the other value, which is a negative 13, which again, dividing a negative by a negative will give me a positive, so 17 over 13 appears to be my slope. It is positive, so that's consistent. And I'm going to try typing that in and see what happens. So 17 over 13. And we got that right. All right, so that was fairly easy. There was no major issue there. Continue on to number 3. Okay, once again, same kind of problem. It's very easy, very cut and dry. Let's do some predicting here. If we're going to go from 2, 3, and negative 6, negative 5, once again, we're going to have a positive slope. So that's a good predictor. And it's good to predict things sometimes because you can sort of figure out where you should go, where you should be. And if it doesn't happen in the way you predicted, then maybe you did something wrong. That's why I'd like to recommend that. All right, so from negative 5 to positive 3, that's up 5 to 0, and then 3 more to 8. Okay, so that's going to be 8. And negative 6 to a positive 2 is actually another 8. So this one's easy. M is going to be 8 over 8. Obviously, that's 1. And I'm going to pop that into the box and see what happens. So that should be a value of 1. And submit. Again, easy problem. I'm not sure how much harder they can get, really. Okay, now they want us to figure out where or what the slope is, really, what the value of the slope. All right, so visual clue time. One thing that we can definitely take away is that it's going to be a negative slope because it's going downhill, right? And so we're going to have a negative number as our slope. We're going to have two values. We're going to have a numerator value, which is the rise, and a denominator value, which is the run. And remember what I told you. You want to pick two places where it hits all three, right? The line passes through the exact corner. This is one of them. And if I look here, that's another one. And if I look here, that's another one. And there should be at least one more here. This one appears to be about right. Okay. And if I were to connect that in a triangle, you maybe not be able to see that. So I'm going to try to see if I can make it a bigger line to show that. This is here and here. Okay, you can cut that off. All right, that looks like it's going to go, okay, well, I can't see what I just did, so I'm going to erase. It's going to go from 5 to 2, so that's down by 3. Okay, and then from 0 to 2, so that's over by 2. So my slope appears to be a 3 over a 2. Let me see if I can skinny that line down a little bit one more time because it's a little bit too big, I think. Nope, still big. Okay, I may have lost control of it. Oh, there you go. Okay, so it looks like the slope is a negative 3 over 2. Now, I'm going to verify that by going down 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That did come. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That did hit. So it's going to be a negative 3 over 2, making a conclusion with that. So here we're going to pop that into the box. Negative 3 divided by 2 And we're definitely going to get that to work, but I want to see if it takes a decimal just to see what happens. Negative 1.5 is negative 3 over 2. It did not like that. It wanted it as a fraction, and not only a fraction, it says a reduced fraction. So it's negative 3 over 2. And now we got the green zone like we expected to get. That means we're doing it right. Let's go on to the next question. This is question number 5. Same kind of problem. So I'm going to jump to the chase here. I'm going to maybe change colors. Maybe I'll go to blue. And I'm going to notice that this is one nexus here, and this is another one. Actually, this is one right here too. Up by 2, over by 1. So this one's easy. This is a slope of 2. This is a slope of 2. So I'm going to put 2 into the box and see what happens. Now I could do 2 over 1, but there's no point to that. We got that right. You can see the green up here. And let's see where we go from here. Question number 6. Is there a question number 6? I'm not sure. Let's see. No, that's all 5. Okay, so that's 5 out of 5. And we're done with this set of questions. I think you'll agree that it was easy. And we'll move on to the next one soon.